Use the quadratic function f of x equals 2x squared plus 4x minus 3 to address the following. Find any x-intercepts, find any y-intercepts. Now I know that it says part A x-intercepts, but y-intercepts are always easier, so I'm going to start with that. So to find a y-intercept, we're going to let x equal 0. So let's substitute a 0 in for x. That would give us 2 times 0 squared plus 4 times 0 minus 3. That simplifies to be negative 3. So we have a y-intercept at 0, negative 3. Now let's find the x-intercepts. To find x-intercepts, you let y equal 0. Now we don't have a y in our equation, but we know with function notation that f of x represents y. So f of x is the same thing as y, so we're going to set f of x equals 0. So that gives 0 equals 2x squared plus 4x minus 3. Well, this is a quadratic equation. I typically try to solve the equation by factoring first. So let's try that, but remember, if it doesn't work, we have the quadratic formula that we can fall back on. So let's give it a try. We've got 2x times x would give me 2x squared, and 3 times 1 would give me 3. And I need to check the inside, that would be 3x, and the outside would be 2x. And there's no way that we can combine 2x and 3x to get 4x, so that's not going to work. I have another option. I could change this 3 and 1, and that would give me an inside of 1x and an outside of 6x. However, I still am not able to combine x and 6x to get the 4x that I need. So this tells me that factoring is not going to work for this quadratic. So let's use the quadratic formula. So with the quadratic formula, we have a being 2, b being 4, c being negative 3. And the solution to the quadratic equation will follow this pattern, this formula, negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So we're going to substitute our values into the formula and start simplifying with order of operations. We have negative 4 plus or minus the square root of 4 squared minus 4 times 2 times negative 3 over 2 times 2. I'm going to simplify inside the radical. Negative 4 plus or minus, we have 4 squared, which is 16. We have 4 times 2 is 8, times 3, that's 24, and that will be a plus. And in the denominator, 2 times 2 is 4. Still underneath the radical, I can perform that addition, and that would give me 40. 16 plus 24 is 40. I will simplify the radical. So to simplify the radical, I'm going to write 40 as 4 times 10. The square root of 4 is 2. And the final thing that I'm going to do to simplify is to look for common factors between the numerator and denominator. So I'm looking at these 3 numbers here. They're all even, so 2 divides into all of them. So 2 divides into negative 4, negative 2 times. 2 divides into 2 once. 2 divides into 4 2 times. And we're going to simplify to be negative 2 plus or minus square root of 10 over 2. Now, occasionally you'll see the answer written in a slightly different way, as individual fractions instead of one large fraction. So I could also write the answer like this, negative 2 over 2 plus or minus square root of 10 over 2. The fraction on the left can be reduced, so that would be negative 1 plus or minus square root of 10 over 2. So I would have x-intercepts of, let's go ahead and use this version of the answer, negative 2 plus square root of 10 over 2 comma 0, and negative 2 minus square root of 10 over 2 comma 0. So we've now found the x-intercepts and the y-intercepts of our quadratic function, which is 2x squared plus 4x minus 3. Thank you for checking out my videos. Have a great day.